Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Wakwak, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to my Akim, Wahawathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with no lesson. Today's lesson is going to be on this whole... what's the word? I don't even know what the proper term to say is, but this whole thing of how things are going. Alright, I had seen this video. I had shared it last night. I wanted to do a lesson right then and there, but I couldn't. I was falling asleep. Anyway, yeah, there's this thing. I guess I'll read it for you. And that's the thing. Honestly, a lot of these posts they have that I put on my community tab, they have lots of good lessons. You can go check them out from other brothers as well. Definitely very edifying. Whenever anything I post over there is edifying or it's some really useful information. But let's read this. Crazy goes to show you, my post says, which is my words, crazy goes to show who the wicked are because they keep doing the same things and keep getting away with it, and showing you all everything in your face, and you never realize the election, the racist laws, the picking and choosing when they want to be forgiving. Okay, it's all for the wicked to never take accountability for their actions. Okay, but meanwhile, and Slakia, basically what was being referenced to was Slakia. Basically, what was being referenced to was this thing when I think it was last night. What happened here was that his name DJT, he had said, I think he had reported that he had said in his campaign that he was going to expose Jeffrey Epstein. All right, and now that he's actually in office, all that stuff, it's gone. They had said, oh yeah, we have the list right here, and then there is no list. They're just trashing. They're just letting him get away with it. All that stuff, like, oh no, it's forgive and forget. And that's in the big thing that everyone heard about him. But let that be a Jake, okay? Let that be a Jake for having an ounce, a gram of marijuana. They're going to take that everywhere. They're going to charge that Jake to the highest degree. All right, no mercy for Jake, but they will go fight tooth and nail to make sure that that their own people, they will make sure that their people get away with murder and so many other things. On top of that, Slakia. On top of that, even there's this one dude, I think he was Trump's biggest dick rider, was basically saying how he does not care about this administration anymore because they're wrong. They're going against everything that he believes in. All right, so let's actually hear a bit.
Cognitive dissonance. We've seen a lot of reinforced echo chambers, but I don't think we've ever seen anything like this. And this is over and above the Q-tard, QAnon, trust the plan nonsense. This is Alex Jones. And it took me a while to go through this and compile and compress this because I want you to see what he says. But Alex Jones, a lot of tangent talking, a lot of rabbit trails, but I distilled this so that you can see exactly what Alex Jones is saying about the DOJ literally washing its hands of the Epstein case and completely closing the file, saying there's nothing to see here. This is Alex Jones saying that Donald Trump is blackmailing the deep state by covering up a pedophile ring. So what you in essence have is Alex Jones covering up a cover-up. Listen to this from the top. I'm going to try to play it all the way through without interrupting, but you know me, it just gets too much sometimes. So let's watch this. Listen very closely to what Alex Jones is saying and the excuses that he is making for Donald Trump and the DOJ and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino.
There's a lot of pieces to this, and it's important to review the history some. And we'll be getting Kyle Seraphin, very well known, very respected FBI whistleblower. So much what we know about the deep state and its corruption and targeting American people because of him and others. And Roger Stone, obviously long-term Trump confidant and wingman, who knows a lot about Trump's sexual proclivities. And I can tell you from many other sources, it's not children. And it would have been brought out if any of the stuff that the left tried to put out about him is true. That said, here's the summation of what's going on, and then I'm going to walk through it all. They knew the Democrats, under Comey and his daughter in New York, had this giant trove. And so when they didn't turn it over, they raided them now 4 months ago. And then Bondi went on Fox News and said, yes, there's thousands of files, meaning computer files, video files, you name it, it's terrible, children abuse, it will come out. And then she got caught undercover, basically even elaborating, and then when she knew that video was coming out, she talked about it at a press conference a few days later. That was James O'Keefe. There have been rumblings in D.C. about an ongoing cover-up. And then when Bondi, confirmed this from Seraphin and others, sent the files out to offices around the country, which is what you do if you're going to start investigating something. A few months later, I talked to Seraphin and other sources. They said, no one's working on it. So what they did is load the gun, cock the gun, put it to the deep state CIA head. That's what this is. And Trump's got his guy, supposedly Ratcliffe over there. They said, make a deal with us and basically roll over and surrender and stop your deep state attacks. Man. And we were elected, let us run things, and we'll shut this down. That's what happened. Trump doesn't have sex with children. Trump was never involved in any of it. The two men were socialites in New York. They lived in some area of Florida. He was a member of the club. 15, 16, 17 years ago, Trump kicked him out. We're trying to pick.
Hold on. Wasn't there a preliminary list or something where it was like Chris Tucker was on that list, a bunch of other rappers? And now I'm not trying to put out wrong information. So I'm just saying that I could be wrong on this. But I kind of feel like, to the best of my ability, that DJT might have been on that list. I think, keyword I think, I do not know for a fact. Do not take my word for this. I'm just telling you what I vaguely believe I remember. Okay, I'm not stating this as a fact. This is not a fact. I'm just saying this is what I vaguely remembered. All right.
Pick up people's 14-year-old daughters, and so we know this backwards and forwards. I know a lot of people that have stayed with Trump in New York, other places, and they've gone out with him, partied with him, doesn't drink, has his wife in between that, has girlfriends, and Roger used to be his wingman when Trump didn't want people to know who his girlfriends were.
Okay.
Yeah, we go out to dinner so he could take his girlfriends out. That's really where Roger.
And also, this guy is actually dick riding. He's literally dick riding. Now, oh, it was the island thing. Hold on. Who went to that island? Can I please go in? Whatever, like, this is such a waste of time. This, like, you can never just get the thing. Like, where's Reddit? Oh, this is it? Bill Clinton, okay. Is this the whole list? Oh, yeah. DJT literally went. Oh, okay, so let's actually read this. The document also includes testimony about DJT from Miss Sejoberg about a diversion Epstein's plane made to New Jersey to visit the businessman in 2001 at one of his casinos. When pilots said their plane could not land in New York and would need to stop in Atlanta City. This is from BBC.com. Epstein said he would call up Trump and drop by to see him, she said. The documents contain no alleged wrongdoing by Mr. Trump. Miss Soberg is asked whether she ever gave Mr. Trump a massage, and she said she did not. She said, as we were flying, Jeffrey said, why don't you go sit in the cockpit and to check out the landing? So we were sitting there, and the pilots told me to go back and tell him that we can't land in New York. Okay, so yeah, basically the same thing. So basically what happened instead, okay, so in this instance, DJT did not do anything, all right, but there is some sort of affiliation that this Johanna Soberg, whatever the frick her last name is, all right, to him, basically, all right. But that's not that in and of itself does not condemn him to that specifically, keyword specifically. All right, so let's continue on. Yeah.
Trump got together. It's been in the New York Times 20 years ago, but Roger was like, talk about it, but that's...
This is nasty work, okay? Nasty work. There's another video of this guy.
I don't know how they got Trump and the DOJ to do this, because the public is not buying it. No one is buying it. So I never saw any evidence of Trump involved in any of the stuff that came out. It was all fake. The fake Jane Does, all the crap, you know, Eugene Carroll, the crazy leftist cat lady, all of it. So now, by coming in and being part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it. I mean, it's just you cannot see it any other way. So I just got to the office. I'm gonna go throw up, actually, and this only happens every few years when something really bad happens or something. I mean, I'm physically gonna puke probably right now.
Hurt.
My mouth is watering right now.
Through.
Because I have integrity, and you know, I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country, and they're doing so much good, and then for them to do something like this tears my guts out. And you know, the left, they're all complicit. They're openly promoting pedophilia. We know they're pure evil. And they'll think it's all funny. Oh, look, Alex is sad. The MAGA's tearing itself apart. Your globalist masters literally want you to eat bugs and live in a 5G 200 square foot coffin apartment. Look at the left. Look at them all posing with their Pfizer shot.
I will just leave it alone.
All right, so yeah, you heard all that. All right, so it is not looking good. Even Trump's, even DJT's biggest dick rider, or one of his dick riders, all right, is saying that, you know what, like I don't know this. I have integrity. I don't want to be affiliated or associated or even back someone that is actively participating in whatever, in the stuff that was going on. And you know, apparently, you know, now that what's it called, they said that they're throwing this stuff out. Oh, there is no list, whatever. Slock it out. My eyes are freaking killing me right now. That he's over here saying that, you know what, I do not approve of this. Like, something needs to happen. All right. And you know, that whole integrity thing. That's really just. It might seem like it's a big thing, but Esau really doesn't have integrity. It only goes so far with Esau. All right. Now let's get these precepts. First things first. Psalm 73 verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. So over here, first, Slocky, let's break it down. Verse 3, I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Over here, you see the wicked is constantly prospering. Okay, you know, it's all these rich people that are the ones that are getting away with all this stuff, and he's the one that's able to do this whole sex trafficking thing because he has money, because he has power. All right, and then now afterwards of his alleged death. All right, now even after he's dead, they're still willing to say, which I don't know if he's actually dead. These devils could be lying about stuff, and then they're actually just somewhere else hidden. But regardless of that, let's just assume that he's dead. Even if he's dead, okay, so he's not facing anything. He's not going to face any of his of the crimes for the things that he did. He just gets to go free, and his legacy is going to be someone that was exonerated for having participated in sex trafficking of kids and whatnot. All right, so this is the prosperity of the wicked, and people see these wicked get away with this type of stuff all the time. Okay, this is nothing new. All right, like this is extremely like disgusting behavior. Okay, where Esau just going to keep on doing the exact same thing. He's never going to change. He's going to keep on going behind people's back and changing stuff up. We care about the people, we care about the kids, but then look what we're doing to the kids behind closed doors. All right, look at how things are still not getting better, and the wicked are still growing in their wickedness. All right, now let's continue on. Verse 4: For there are no bands in his death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. If this was an Israelite man or a Jake, all right, if this was a Jake, you know that Jake would be just straight killed. Like they would like lock him up, throw away the key, whatever. All right. As a matter of fact, whenever Slacky, there was it's let me actually get it. It's Slovakia. Okay, that's previous literature has also shown that black accused tend to be sentenced more harshly than white counterparts. Okay, so yes, there anytime there's a crime committed by an Israelite man, okay, they're more likely to get harsher sentencing. And by the way, this applies across the board. Okay, it's not just Israelite. It's not just so-called blacks, it's so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, as well as other nations as well. Even other nations, other non-Edomite heathen nations also face harsher sentencing compared to Edomites. All right, Edomites basically get the least harsh sentencing. All right, so yeah, that was some crazy thing that I saw, and again, it goes to show, even this is the wicked's kingdom. This is Esau's kingdom, where he gets to make things and play with stuff and be more lenient with his people. As a matter of fact, I heard this one story of this one. What was this one girl? Well, whatever. Let's continue. Let's move on. Slucky, because sometimes I'm thinking of something and I might just forget and lose my train of thought. Anyway, continuing on. Slucky. Also, then sometimes they just don't even get a sentence in the first place. I remember hearing about a dude that got sentenced that got caught for sex trafficking. I think he got like 10 years or something like that. All right, like Jake gets sentenced to life in prison for less, but for sex trafficking kids, Esau gets away with what, 10 years? That's it. All right, like that shit is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, also here, verse 6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. And the thing is that no one can tell them that they're wrong. No one can stop them, because they're the ones with the blessing of the sword, where they can just go and fight us. They can go kill all these other nations, all of us, just for speaking out against them. All right, that's the thing. That's why no one, even these other nations, even though they are rising up in war, but they know at the end of the day, which is why they're not openly, starting a war right now, but they're growing in the war. The Lord is putting a spirit on these other nations to have that spirit of war in them, or wanting to engage in war with Esau, Edom. All right, so that eventually, the Lord's going to make them answer for the wickedness that they've done. But that's a gradual process. The Lord is slowly putting that spirit on them, which they don't have it just yet. All right. So, but as of right now, they are covered by their blessing, which is the sword. All right. Now, Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Now, this is another thing. Slakia, you have to understand my reason for bringing this out, because this is one of the biggest indicators that Esau is the devil. This is one of the biggest indicators, because Esau has no issue. He's boldly showing his favoritism, showing his ass to you, and disrespecting us, making us constantly have to go through this stuff. Like, this is straight up unfair. This is like Slacky, I've been getting this one precept multiple times, but like, you have to know. You have to see. Like, this is literally biblical prophecy. Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. This is literal. This is literal Bible biblical prophecy. This is literal the Lord showing. All right. These are one of the things that that's a faith booster, where you're able to see how things are. Like, it's literally in your face that how, like, you can clearly see the distinction that there's some wicked, evil intent, all right, by a certain group of people. There are certain people who are letting their people get away with stuff, treating people terribly, all right, abusing kids, all this stuff. You clearly see this. You clearly see this type of behavior. How can anyone in their right mind continue to be okay with this? How can anyone in their right mind continue to say that Esau is not the wicked? Esau is thing. Oh, what about the white man? How do you constantly have Israelites, everyone, all right? How do you always have Israelites and everyone constantly saying and thinking that Esau is not the wicked, when he is constantly showing you his hand? He's constantly showing you just how wicked he is and how unfair things are and have been, all right? Even his own people don't like how he's ruling, all right? You have this dude, what's his name again? Alex Jones, all right, crying after Trump covers up Epstein's client list. He's crying because he expected better. He expected his leader that he voted for, he thought was gonna make America great again, was gonna do something about the corruption and the issues that he believed needed to be addressed. All right, but then what happened? His leader that he voted for, that's his people, betrayed him and his trust. All right, that's what happens is when you believe in an Edomite. All right, backstabbing, and that's the thing. Edomites, they believe in that type of stuff, in the sense of they believe in backstabbing you before you can backstab them, even if you have no intention to backstab them. You could literally be that good, loving friend, that friend that's always there, that never gave you any idea or any opportunity or chance to backstab them, but it's always in their nature to want to backstab people. All right, like it's just, this is just wickedness. All right, they are literally backstabbing each other. All right, they're disappointed in their own people. So yeah, and Saki, that's the thing. There is no integrity with these people. All right, Saki, let's go move on. And again, as I said before, this is how you know who the wicked are. This is how you know who the wicked are, because Slakia, not Esau, Babylon is at the top of the world. It's the #1 country. All right, no, even with its terrible living conditions, it's still viewed as the #1, the best country. Oh, everyone wants to be here, this, that, and third, blah blah, and all this stuff. But yet, like, look at how the people mourn. Look at how the people are suffering because of the leadership. All right, Esau is destroying his own people. As a matter of fact, let's get that as well. Sirach chapter 10, verse. Let's just read to the point. Verse 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Okay, so an unwise king destroyed his people. These are unwise kings. These are people that are not fit to lead, destroying their people. All right, Alex Jones doesn't like what's going on. The actual people, the veterans and all those people, they don't like how things are going on. They don't like what's going on. All right, literally everything that's going on, we don't like it. The Israelites, all the 12 tribes don't like it. The Edomites don't like it. The other heathens. All right, we're all suffering as a result of Esau. All right, in Babylon. All nations are suffering, but yet, you know, we're still just waiting for the Lord Yahawashi to return. And when Yahawashi returns, that's when he's gonna make things right. All right, and Slucky, like that's really just on on a personal level. That's really just something that I look forward to. It's like I can't, because if I thought that Yahawashi wasn't gonna come, if I thought Yahawashi wasn't gonna come, I'm telling you, I don't think I would be able to. I don't think I would be able to do it. I don't think I would be able to live like that. That's unbelievable. Legitimately unbelievable. Like I wouldn't. I don't even know. Like I genuinely do not know. Like that. This is me being completely honest. Like there are some times when I've been. I'll admit it. There are some times where I've just been like, what the fuck is the point of living? Like, why do I even bother living when I can just kill myself and whatnot? All right, but it's through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH that the Lord told me. Yeah, and Slakia, I say that not because like I was depressed, even though there were certain times when I was depressed before I came into this truth, but I say that in a sense of like, you know, what's the point of living if you know, like, if I'm suffering for nothing, basically. Like, there's no benefit to it. I'm not gaining anything out of it. Or it's like, if I just live a good life, quote unquote, in my Christian mindset ways, because there's never any real like definitive way of saying, definitive thing that in the Bible that said, oh, thou shalt not kill yourself or whatever and whatnot. All right. I mean, I forgot how I rationalize it, but obviously I didn't kill myself, given that I'm alive now. But and it's like, that's just the Holy Spirit. But the thing is that it's a gradual, it's an understanding that you wait for you are waiting for the Lord, and it's like, what's the purpose of me doing this when I can just kill myself and then go meet the Lord early? Like, why not meet the Lord early so I don't have to suffer in this evil kingdom and stuff like that? Like that was basically my mindset behind it, where it's just like, like, I don't really need to do this, but in actuality we do. Okay, as the scriptures say, let me get that. Matthew. So this is to anyone who might be thinking to kill themselves. I mean, if you're an Edomite, never mind. Never mind. Matthew chapter 24 verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay, so basically, this is the thing where this is how we know that death is not the answer. All right. And there was another precept, I forgot what it was. Anyway, Proverbs chapter 3 verse 31, and be thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. So basically, you see Esau thriving, you see Esau enjoying his wealth, enjoying how he gets to get away with literally everything. All right, you don't take that and say, okay, well, I want to go and do the exact same thing. All right, no, just be like, okay, you know what, I see that, but the Lord has a better reward waiting for me in the kingdom. All right, and that's really what we have to look for, because that's what Yahawashi did. Yahawashi, he was offered by Satan the whole world, but yet Yahawashi said, no, I don't need that. I don't need that, because I know the reward that's waiting for me, which it is dominion. Yahawashi was going to be given dominion of the whole world by Yahweh if he just waited. Okay, and that's the thing where people are given the whole world. People are given the whole world by Esau, rather than waiting for Yahawadah to give it to them. All right. Like, you don't wait and say, like, okay, you know what, I know I want to do this, I know I want to do that, but I'm just gonna wait for Yahawadah to bless me when it's my turn. All right, not during the wicked's rule, not during the evil time. All right, that's why you see your oppressor thriving. All right, and you can't be chasing after the way he lives. All right, because that's not the way that the Lord told us to live. All right. Sirach chapter 9 verse 11, and be not the glory of the sinner, but for thou knowest not what shall be his end. That's another thing. You don't know how the Lord's going to handle these devils. All right, these devils, or these wicked 2/3. All right. Yeah, people might be saying, oh yeah, look at Kanye West, look at Will Smith, look at Ludacris, all these famous black celebrities, and then, oh, what are they dealing with behind closed doors? All right. And also, Slovakia, apparently, Boondocks, if you watch the Boondocks episodes, he had Aaron Magruder had exposed so much of the industry. Like, for example, what was it? Tyler Perry with that one Medea thing. All right, that one Medea thing. If you see that one episode, let me see. Oh yeah, that episode of Boondocks, the Boondocks. Pause episode. Apparently, it's a banned episode. Yes, it was banned, but yeah. It's a banned episode because it basically is a parody. Slakia. It's a parody of Tyler Perry. Okay, and then at the end of it, the dude, I forgot his name. I'm not gonna lie, but it was I liked the episode. It was very funny. It was funny. It was funny in general, and then it was funny because it was insulting Tyler Perry. And you know what's funny? Even funnier. The funniest thing about that is that there was a dude. What's that one dude's fucking name? I'm trying to remember. What was that guy's name? Black guy talking about Tyler Perry. Christian Keys. Yeah, this dude. I remember watching the whole thing. He basically said that Tyler Perry was literally trying to like touch on him and stuff like that. Like he really wanted to like punch the shit out of him and stuff like that. I remember. I think I did a lesson on this.
But it happens. It happens. It's not just women that have to deal with it, but it's also men sometimes.
Honey,
Alright, so yeah, I'm not gonna play this video because clearly she's gonna freaking talk over the damn thing multiple times. But yeah, if you can check, you can search up the whole thing where he basically goes into it, and there's a video. I know that there's definitely a video of him just speaking on it by itself, where he talks about how all the stuff that what's his name was trying to do. He was trying to do all the stuff, and he kept on going, which was literally what was happening in, well, not literally, I'll say that. Granted, in the parody of the Boondocks, it wasn't as serious. The dude asked one time, "Hey, will you let me hit," or something like that, and then in the episode, and then this is literal, like actual, like real assault. Like this was actually like trying to force him to do that when he did not want to do that. He was not going to do it. All right. So yeah. All right. I remember watching so many Tyler Perry. Where's that one movie? Sorry, that one show, House of Pain. I think that was actually a pretty okay one, given that there was no Medea. Which call on LAWAYA. When I was watching that, I wasn't watching a fucking like cross-dressing man and some shit. And it had a nice transition, but I guess. Oh, you know what? It's funny? I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice that in the beginning in the Boondocks episode, they had kept on saying how they make the light-skinned dudes look good, and make the light-skinned dudes always like the outstandingly good guys and whatnot, but the dark-skinned dudes, the pathetic, can't do anything and whatnot. All right, is this the guy from House of Pain? Oh, never mind then. I thought he was the main dude, CJ. Wait, why did Christian Pain? Who the fuck? Yeah, isn't that him? Isn't this him? Is this not him? Am I wrong? Oh, Clarence James. Okay, never mind then. So whatever. You get the picture. And I hate these websites because they slow my shit down. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, basically you see how they always try to make the, which by the way, that CJ guy, he was the firefighter, the college graduate, the good kid that did everything right, while the darker skinned one, he doesn't have a job, he keeps on failing college, he's this, that, and third, always making that trope of the failing dark skin dude, while the light skin is the epitome of good, always doing the right thing, like above and beyond and all that shit. Okay, I didn't even notice that all until now, actually. Okay, I didn't even notice that when I even watched the Boondocks episodes multiple times, which by the way, I'm gonna go watch that episode again. All right, like that's crazy. Anyway, where else? Let's continue on. Slocky about that, by the way, for getting sidetracked. Let's continue on. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13, there hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man, but Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Okay, and that's the thing, as we are going through all these hardships, the Lord is not going to just make us, suffer endlessly. Okay, the Lord's never going to give us something that we cannot handle. And now with that being said, you may be going through something that is definitely, undeniably hard, but it's still the Lord, making us better, making us stronger, and teaching us, guiding us, and we should not be despising the chastening of the Lord. All right. Of course, at the same time, there is judgment to be made. Who knows what type of stuff you've done, and you have to just answer for. Okay, be it in this life or a past life. Okay, it's in reference to regeneration, but I'm not going to get into all that. There's multiple lessons in that. Okay, I think my videos are called reincarnation, but you can just search up reincarnation or regeneration. Anyway, continuing on, Luke chapter 18 verse 7, and shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them. All right, we're crying day and night. We're waiting for the Lord, and we're still waiting. All right, we're still waiting for the day that Yahawashi returns and Yahweh gets us out of here. And we just have to have patience, okay? Because the things are never going to be easy. They're not supposed to be easy. Just be patient. Have patience in YAHAWAH, because he's gonna make things right. He's going to fix stuff, okay? And when YAHAWAH does, things are going to be better. Things are going to be right. Okay, righteousness is going to, flood the earth and overwhelm us, overtake them, especially when we return to the ways of YAHAWAH. Okay. So yeah, with that, I pray this was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Wakwak, Wadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, Abad, Ball, and Shalom.